The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set 18 Gator. Recon 152 fighter. Fire.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 37 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Ready, ready. 50 seconds. Squeeze, snap.
They run it with Balaj. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, stand up. Shoot.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Hey, Hayward. 50, plant. Fair. Get it.
Here's Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Now the ball comes loose, and that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Baker now operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Down. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Deep grip.
On 1st down, Simmons. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. second down.
I know you felt that one.
It's now second and 10.
Ready?
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Go.
To throw again. Simmons. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Get to the bombers. Keep 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Watch the safety. Hit it.
Baker off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Baker back to the air on second down. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that takes us from second to third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now. 54. Here we go, D. Get ready.
To throw is Baker on third down. Throw left side complete. It's Wells. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a third and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Looking to throw. Baker. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50+. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy made some from.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check 52. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Simmons trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Protein spill. Get it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down. Baker looking downfield for Jones. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Blue draw Corker. Hey, Delta. Big grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Simmons eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 50, plant. I'm coming for son. Like, go.
From the gun, Simmons. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, exit. Ready?
Here's Baker from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make the play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 70, Indy.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Got it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hard.
Baker now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Go, go!
Come on, DB, come on.
Get it!
Back to throw. Baker. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. Bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground. He's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. They run the counter. Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the play.
2nd and 11. Over the middle, complete. That's Cox. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down, Dolphins.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Baker on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looking to throw. Baker caught by Jones. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He completes it to Jones. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Baker from the gun on third down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation, but instead they end up backing the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Simmons. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 8, read. Hey, lock it.
Balaj. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Operating from the gun, Simmons. He's got Burton here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, set.
Mike, 50 seconds.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
On 1st and 10, Simmons. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down now. It's Montgomery. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Simmons. Caught by Montgomery. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Simmons. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go set. 18 Gator. Check.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Check. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Simmons. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
Come on, set, 8, read. Come on, D. 5.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Simmons. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are able to cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Bravo.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And it's caught off the deflection. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Short completion, just 4 yards. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Back now at Soldier Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Johnson, and he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now Balaj. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike's 59.
Operating from the gun, Simmons. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Simmons. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
Off the play fake, Simmons. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Off play action, Simmons. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Simmons. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw. Simmons. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
70, Indy. Go on, go on.
They'll run here with Balaj. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And to give this time to the tailback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded about a yard deep. Still on his feet. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing to start the drive. Simmons. And his throw is going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake. Simmons. High throw, but the catch is made. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Operating from the gun. Simmons. And he finds Montgomery complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set. Let's go out. Now.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a...
And now here is another intercept. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. It's complete to Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Push him back.
Head up.
To throw on 2nd down, Simmons. And it'll be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this is caught off the deflection. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Ready. 70, Indy.
From the gun on 3rd down. Baker got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.